So, you don't like working with people. I get it, I do, but you gotta try. Come on, let's go. Let's go. Hi, my name is Daryl Phillips, and this is a bipolar perspective presented to you by Noir Apologia Gaming. So, today we're going to talk about working with people. Working with people. So, y'all all know that not everybody's a great team player. And if you're one of those ones that's not a great team player, let's try to discuss that real quickly. Why are you like that? What makes you? In other words, you know how some people are. They're like loners, and I'm a lone wolf. It sounds cool and all, but it's also very selfish. And even if you don't mean to be like that, I don't trust people. I don't trust people to work with me. Well, that's kind of the point of these videos. That's kind of the point where we're talking about. You have to trust those people around you, just like you have to trust yourself. I've discussed this before. So check this out. If you're the type of person that you don't trust the people around you, you need to examine why that is. Because you are hurting yourself, believe it or not, as much as you think you're hurting the team. If you think the team is incompetent, maybe they're incompetent because you're incompetent. I know. You don't want to admit that to yourself. I used to tell, I can't work with other people because of what I said in the last video about me being the G word. I always, and I never meant to be like this, truly. I've never been one of those people that uses my brain power to oppress someone. However, with that being said, I had a bad habit of talking down to people. And my significant other, when she said that I would, sometimes when I would teach, it would seem like I was dumbing it down so much that I was being condescending. And I did not mean to be like that, trust me. I want to teach you, I wanted you to learn that. So I had to fix that and so forth and so on. Maybe you're like that, but then maybe you really are one of those people that think that your stuff don't sting, and so everyone else should follow you. Well, you have to lead, or you have to follow before you lead. Believe it or not, you cannot possibly think that you know everything if you have not experienced everything. Maybe Bob over here, Bob down the street, over here, maybe he's had 10. Maybe he doesn't have the brain power you do. Maybe he doesn't even have the talent you do. But he has more experience than you do if he's worked there longer. You can glean information off that man, or off that woman. And I don't understand why that's so hard for people to get. I play a lot of video games. I don't really, to be honest with you, I don't even have time to do it now. But I've been getting into these little phone games. When I take a break, I'm getting these phone games, and they're like multiplayer games. And I noticed something, that there are really some selfish people out there. There are truly some selfish people that do not think about anything but their stats. They don't care about winning. It's about their stats. So if the team loses, oh well, they don't care, so you shouldn't care. I care about winning. I'm very competitive. So if you're one of those people around me, I'm gonna let you know who has a bigger brain real quick, because I don't like being felt like I'm being made to feel small. Do you? Do you like being made to feel small? Well, sometimes we do that, and especially if you have a low self-esteem, we have a tendency to be abusive to others that are equal in self-esteem to us or even lower than us. It makes us feel better. When we beat up on someone else, it makes us feel better. Let me tell you, it actually is making you worse as a person. And it's hard to recover from something like that because you harm people. You harm people when you do that. We don't do that. You should not want to do that. Work with people, okay? Working with people. That's the whole point of this video. We're trying to work with people. You're trying to work with me, not against me. Now, I don't mean that you have to agree with everything I say. No, 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 no. No, no, no. I have to work with you too. So you might not agree with everything I say. Well, then talk to me. Talk to me. What is it you're having an issue with? That's what the comments down below are for. This is going to be a really short video. I'm going to be honest with you. This ain't going to be nothing much to this video. Just because I think you get the point. You have the trust issues and all those things like that. That's what we're working on here. So maybe you don't trust someone else. Well, we're trying to get you to that point. You have to be able to trust your advisor. You have to be able to trust the person you vent to. You have to work with them, correct? Well, you have to work with them. Those are the people that are going to know you more than anyone. Especially, I don't know about you, but I used to have a bad habit of picking on people that really cared about me. That I would be mean to them. And I just would start fights with them because I felt so bad in my heart. And it was terrible. I did it to my parents, and it was bad. And I couldn't work with other people because I didn't know how to work with myself. That's really what this comes down to. If you can't work with yourself, if you don't stop fighting yourself, you're not going to be able to stop fighting with other people. If you work with yourself, then you can work with other people. It's very simple, right? You know, when I look at my life, I don't look at my life in one tiny little area. I look at the whole thing, like how it happened, how did it get into certain situations. I mean, and some of them are real bad. Well, I'm not perfect yet, and I will never be perfect. No human being is. So I work every day to try to fix these things. Well, I have to work with other people. I can learn. There are so many things you can learn from other people, even just by watching. Think about this. You don't have to ask questions. If you're one of those people, I don't like to ask questions. You should. You should want to ask questions to people that kind of have more experience than you. Especially more experience is so much more worth more than even the knowledge part of it. How do you do this? How did you learn how to do these things? What made you fall in love with what you're doing? You know those kinds of questions. But even if you're not one of those people that ask questions, which I'm hoping to get you to that point, watch them. You can learn so much by watching somebody. You truly can. Like I said, this isn't a very long video. It's just something that need to be discussed. Again, these are just stuff that I know that's on some people's minds, and I know that I ask you to do things like get someone to talk to. Well, that's easier said than done. If you don't trust someone, how are you going to get somebody to talk to? Well, you got to try. You got to stop fighting yourself. You got to stop doing these things to yourself. Some of them, a lot of things are done to yourself. They're self-inflicted. That they come from a deep-seated anger and hatred towards yourself, and not even towards the people that you're angry with. If you don't trust someone else, it's because you don't trust yourself. You don't trust your judgment on the people that you hang around. Maybe you've had bad past with other people, and so maybe they've given you bad advice. And you go, oh, I don't take people's advice because they always give bad advice. Not everybody in the world's like that. Have you met everybody in the world? I haven't. I'd love to meet everybody in the world. Hi, how you doing? I wish everybody in the world would see these videos. I would be famous then. Just playing. I don't want to be famous. My point is, you've got to work with other people. I have to learn from you. I want to learn from you. I'm begging you to put your comments down below so I can learn from you as well. I know these videos are there. I'm trying to show you some stuff, and I'm trying to teach you how to maybe live your life a little bit differently, how to think a little bit differently. But I can learn from you as well. I don't understand why teachers think that they can't learn from their students. A lot of times that happens. Well, I'm not one of those people. So, I am trying to teach you some stuff. I'm trying to show you how you can change your life, especially when it's gone really, really awry. But I can learn from you as well. Trust me. Trust me. Oh, well, you probably don't yet. But learn to trust me. You have a good night. stay safe. You know, make sure you're good to people. Maybe make sure you're good to the people that you talk to. They're there for you, and they put up probably a lot of abuse from you. Especially if you're an angry person, you're venting about angry stuff, you probably yell at them too. So be kind to the people that are around you. They're just trying to help you. You know, even if it may be not advice for you, just understand their take and where they come from, and it's okay. It's okay. You don't have to take their advice, but don't be mean to them either. All right. May the Lord of Light guide you in all things. Goodbye. I had bipolar disorder and PTSD, and I was in that position. I was a broken man 15 years ago, and I fixed my life. And everybody talks about changing this world, and so forth and so on, and everybody talks and talks and talks, and they never do anything about it. Well, here I am. I'm going to do something about it. I'm tired of the misconceptions about mental disorder. I'm tired of the directions that some people try to give to people with real problems in life. Really examine your life. Want to without knowledge is ignorance. If you don't know what it's going to take, if you don't know why you're doing things, why you want to change your life, there is no there's no point to it. I want to create desire in you to change your life, especially if you have been abused, if you have been told all your life you're a loser. You should examine why that is. I was a loser. You understand? Like 15 years ago, I really was. You do need advice. You can't have just one set of eyes on your life. You have to have perspective, and you might not want to hear it. Do you think I wanted to hear that I was a loser? I didn't even want to hear it. I didn't want to hear it. That's why I drank so much. Good Lord, I was an alcoholic because of it. I didn't want to deal with life. So check this out. Like, I didn't believe in myself. I hid myself for so long. I don't want other people feeling like that. I know what it feels like to be you. I really do. But you don't have to be.